Welcome to the Leading Vision podcast. It's Emmanuel aka Leader. It's another amazing episodes. And then, of course, before I go further into, because they don't fight me, say I do a lengthy. So, but then don't worry, we're still. So then I have an amazing guest again today in the house. This young man his bio is also lengthy. So, but then I will also have him do the bio himself so that he can put out the CV by himself. But he's a young intellectual person. You can see him as a new influencer. He's mentor to young kids, to the teenagers, and he's doing an amazing job in the last decade. This is a friend and a brother, and he's a part of parcel of one of the persons in this part of the north that is doing so much for the current generation. And I bet you, trust me, it's one man you want to listen to. I'm talking about no other person but Sir Emmanuel Abiodun. You're welcome on the show.
Thank you so much.
Now, of course, I have my royal one that still loves Leading Vision and still said, no, this one, I have a view on it. I'm staying. I'm talking about no other person but Comrade Hassan, Sandas. You're welcome once again. Now, to my amazing viewers, move closer. This topic you want to hear, your view on hookup. Hookup. Now, I know there's plenty word for hookup, but since the general word now, you have now arranged the thing, it's now hookup. Hookup. That hookup. All of us know. And then let's not mistake this thing. Hookup is not only the ladies, because I now know men now do hookup. To my amazing guests, hookup. Your view on hookup.
Okay, is Honorable going?
You can go.
Okay. As regards hookup, it's now a way of life.
A way.
Our present generation, you understand, because of the decadence of the society. Back then we used to hear it takes a society to raise a child.
Yes.
But right now, you can see a child and want to reprimand the child, and then you see the parent coming back to fight you.
Yes.
You understand? And the truth is, you can't raise a child alone.
Truth.
You understand? You can't always be around to raise that child. So now the society is brooding, neglecting children, especially when they see.
So why do you think that parents have a challenge? Because me, I know plenty uncles will slap my life, and my parents will thank them.
Yes.
But what is the problem now? Why do you think when you smack that child, why do you think the parents are now fighting you?
They are now fighting. Now,
they know the child is wrong.
Yes.
Okay, why?
The reason is they have this mindset that it's my child, so you don't have to do anything about it. You understand? It's my child. However I want to train that child is the way I want to train that child. So leave that child for me. And the truth is, you can't raise a child alone. So now, invariably, as that child grows, you understand, knowing that nobody cares around the environment, he can do anything. You understand? I used to tell people that there are things I cannot do because I have people looking at me. I have people wanting to be like me. I have a society who are looking up to me, who believes in me. But right now, the society doesn't even believe in anybody right now, knowing fully well that maybe that man picking, that tomorrow, if he can't slap me, if I talk to him child, or if I go report and say, I see him daughter, they do so thing, he go feel shout for me, they tell me nonsense. You understand? So he will just keep to himself. And that invariably brewed something in that child, knowing there's a neglect in the society, and then he or she can do anything. You understand? That's the fundamental issue. You understand me? Then as that child grows up to become a man or a female, we're not trying to streamline the hookup thing to just female.
Yes, of course.
Or male. You understand? Now, this hookup thing is a product of influence. It's a product of influence. I read a story of a lady who was dressing nice and everything, and then another friend saw her, was like, I want to be like you. What do you do? She kept pestering this friend that I want to be like you. What do you do? What do you do? And then, are you sure you want to be like me? You want to do it? Okay. Added her to a group chat.
Okay, this lady is now correct dressing.
She did dress. She did wear clothes, fine clothes. They dress well.
Does she expose her body?
No, ma. They expose her body.
Okay. You mean the other way dressing? I thought you were saying decent dressing.
Not really decent dressing. No, the influence was, I like the way you dress, and then you spend a lot. How do you get this money? What
Okay,
work
I
do you
get.
do? Please bring
Put
me
me
in.
on.
You understand me? That's a level of influence because everybody is a product of influence,
True.
either wrong or right.
All right.
You
Indeed.
understand me?
Mm.
So now, for that,
Everybody.
everybody, no human, every human is a product of influence.
But
Societal
then,
influence,
how then do we
individual
put
influence.
this? If I've been with drunkards, I've had friends, I've grown up with people that drinks,
Yeah.
but I've never had a reason to drink.
Yes.
How come they were able to influence me, but they have been able to influence many others?
Yes. Now the truth is, going back to what we call values, what you stand for. You understand me? Values talk about what I will do, what I won't do.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? And values are built from 0 to 7 to at the teenage age. You understand?
Okay.
What you don't build at that age, that's boils down to parenting. What you don't build at that age, it will be very difficult to build. You understand? Later on, there's an adage or a cliche that says you can't bend a dry stick. It is when it is still soft you can bend it. When you try to bend a dry stick, you break it.
Yes.
You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
So if values are not right from a particular age, there's nothing you can do about it. Older persons are getting influenced. Even
of
older
course,
persons.
Yeah,
you understand me?
seen...
So because this is where I'm coming from. There are things I will not do, no matter what happens in the university. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
There are things I will not do because of my values.
You've said them right.
Yes, you understand? Because of my values. So now for people who get influenced, now you can tell me that you do this, and I tell you, I don't do that. Am I just listening to you? I think I shared an experience with you when you were in my office. A lot of things happen around, and then I feel like, okay, this is not who I am. This is not what I want.
I can't keep doing this.
Or I can't get engaged in this. You understand me? It doesn't stop me from being friends with you.
Of course.
But there's this, the good book says, evil communication corrupts good manners. So you know how you separate yourself from such persons.
Of course.
You get?
Yeah, I do. Now, for me, I would say my view on this whole hookup thing, like I learned from him when I was talking to him very recently. He said it's social engineering. Of course, he's going to come to educate us better on that. But then this social engineering, because, well, I still see every day, I feel, even this influence, why not be everybody? Because I still see a lot of people, what do you say to children that come from good homes, and then they end up bad? Like, from maybe their foundation, they had good parenting, good discipline, and then they get to school, and they become something else. When they are already adults now.
Yeah.
You know, he made mention of something. He made mention of values. Once you were able to set them right, it's something that once you compromise it, you will not have peace of mind.
You will not be happy with yourself.
That night you will not be able to sleep.
Yes.
You understand? Your conscience will keep judging you.
Yeah.
That is not how I was raised.
Yes. This is not the standard you've set for yourself.
I get.
You've already compromised one of your values. So by so doing, if you're not comfortable today, tomorrow you will make sure that you don't find yourself in the act again.
I get.
Now, and that's what influence does. It takes away your conscience. You understand? So every time you tell yourself, you prick your conscience, come back to your senses and say, no, this is not me. Just as I said, this is not me. No, I won't do it again. People make mistakes.
So are you saying, like, everybody that has been found wanting now, can we say that these persons, at this point now, when they are already deep into this whole thing, there's no redemption for them? Because, or are you also saying, because what they confuse me from what you just said is, these guys that are doing this thing, right? What do you now say to that person that you said it's about conscience, your conscience will prick you?
Yeah.
Now, and then these things are not probably maybe because it's not in your foundation. So they find themselves some type of way.
Yeah.
But what of when you get to that part where this discipline no even day? Or can we say every girl that's into hookup today, was she from the beginning, was she set in a certain kind of way that made her ended up being a hookup girl?
The thing is modeling as well. You get the society where he or she stays. What kind of people stay around there? That is why I get so concerned when parents say when the environment. I ask questions like, where do you stay and all that. And then when you tell me this is where you stay, and I know this is your money, you can't afford to stay in a better environment. I tell you, okay, have time, have boundaries for your kids and all that. You understand? So if as a person, for me, there are places I don't go. There are places you see me, I go. As I grew up, there are places I can go. No matter the influence, you can't influence me, except I decide to. It's a decision on my own part. Except I decide to do it. You understand me? So for that level of influence for a child who was not raised that way, who came from a very good family and all that, it might be the fact that the parent don't have an open communication with the children. I can't tell my mom anything. I did a mistake. Like I said earlier, everybody's bound to make mistake. Everybody's bound to make mistake. It's standing up from you don't learn bicycle without falling. I don't know if anybody you just wake up one morning and say start riding.
I won't tire.
It's not possible. So, but you do that consistently, you ride on. You understand me? So, what am I trying to pick from that is when you make a mistake, you stand up, get up from that mistake. No pastor, nobody will tell me he has never made a mistake. He has never made the wrong decision. Nobody. But instead of staying back, staying down, they stood up and said, no, I can't do this. This is not me. This is not what I was taught. My parents, I have a parent. My parent will not be happy with me. The God in heaven will also not be happy with me. That this is the right way to go. You understand? So what the devil does, or not really the devil, should I say the devil, individuals that get people influenced, what they do is to take away your conscience.
So there are people that are known to be influencers.
Yes.
They know they are bad people. Let me recruit more others to join us.
Very well.
Wow.
Just like we are influencers, you hear influencers, that they are influencing people, influencing brand and all that. There are people who influence people to become bad. Intentionally.
You know, there was a time, one of my friends, he used to smoke, and I don't smoke. He looked at me and said, Hassan, you see this? I'm not going to give you to take. But any day you say, give me, I will give you to take. And I was smart. I said, don't worry.
Daddy will never come.
God willing, it won't. Why? Because like almost every day we are together, if at all I should be influenced, he's in a better position to put me in that line. But even if he tells me, take, I won't. Knowing myself well, though you've said something, upbringing, you understand? Sometimes your parents will struggle hard. And yesterday I was discussing with one of my friends on one particular issue of what brought the issue was the dad will not be at home, the mom will not be at home, you understand? They will all be struggling outside to fix the family. You understand? And I told him at the same time, he is struggling to fix the family, she is struggling to fix the family in regards to what the woman brings to the table. You understand? As part of what she will bring to the table. You understand? At the same time, they are risking exposing their children. You understand? To risk. To the society.
Yeah.
So
what influence?
Now, I think, are we saying hookup is nice about parenting first?
It is. We know.
Not even influence.
Yes, we need to deal with fundamental issues. These are fundamental issues. You understand me? The fundamental issue is where the children are coming from. We go back to the foundation. And then when we check and say, okay, there's nothing wrong there, we come back, okay, what happened to you?
Along the line.
Friends, every day.
Peer groups,
they go out, you don't go out. Every day they do things you don't do, and you feel left behind. Peer pressure. It leads to that. And then the fact that, okay, I sleep with my girlfriend, so what's wrong in sleeping with somebody for get money?
Yeah, that's another thing.
You understand me? So what's wrong?
So hookup now, from the view, it's not about the money. Because when we're saying your view on hookup now, you see, we have spent good quality time, and I think it's educating enough that hookup, for one, I hope we all agree that another word for hookup is prostitution. These, they have plenty names for but then the thing is, what happens to that decent girl that is faced with difficulty, parenting not coming through, but then she needs to buy books. She needs to do nearly every institution, like the big universities now, have added school fees. I know a challenge. I have somebody that works with me, it's on my team, that had to sell her phone to be able to afford a hostel in school. Now, if this girl didn't have the phone, I was talking to just a few of my teammates, and I said, what if the person doesn't have money to do that? And then there's an option, no matter how decent she is.
Yes, this is a girl with, that's a girl with values. You understand me? Rather than sell your body, you have something to sell. You
What
understand?
if you don't have that thing?
Well,
to say?
you will always have something. You will always have something. You can wait. That's what we come to delay gratification. There are certain things that can wait. There are certain things. There are other options you can pick up if you are really a person of value. You understand me? Likewise, that is down to value of character. Then building yourself to become a person of value that you can exchange money for. You understand me? A lot of ladies feel they don't have anything to offer. The only thing they can offer is themselves, which is sex. You understand me? So build yourself. What can you do? Can you sew? Can you make anything that can fetch you money? Can you build content online that people can come online and watch YouTube and build? You understand me?
Yeah.
All of these things. Can you teach? I have a lot of friends that I just say, okay, what do you do? I need something to do. Okay, I have parents who want a teacher, and I say, please do this, and I even teach them to know how to teach this. So they get money from that. They get engaged. A lot of them they say there's an adage that says an idle person is a devil's workshop. So a lot of that happens. So if you know yourself that I'm a person of value, I build value for exchange of money. There are ladies who make shoes. There are ladies who they do a lot of things. So in that way, why not go learn a craft? So if I have something doing for money, why will I sell myself? If I respect myself enough, why will I sell myself for money?
So respect is another thing.
It's another thing. So some of them don't respect themselves. They don't tell themselves the truth. I was speaking with you about reflection. You need yourself to tell yourself the truth.
Yeah.
You can have friends, a lot of friends who you sit with, and then they keep hyping you. Friends are for hyping, for celebration. When you are down, they might not be there.
They are not even.
You understand me?
They are never there.
So you need yourself to tell yourself the truth. I think I had Honorable was mentioning telling yourself the truth. Be honest to yourself. Be sincere. So you need yourself to tell yourself that this is what I'm doing that's wrong. This is what I need to do. You talk to yourself. If your friends can't talk to you, you reprimand yourself.
I think that's a huge one, and I think this is justice enough for our view on hookup. Now, of course, you see, hookup is a huge topic that cannot be. You can't exhaust hookup and say hookup, just trivialize it like that. And I think from what we have learned today, we have understood that these things is a foundational thing. It's about self-respect, self-value. It talks about a lot of things, but then it's deeper, way deeper than that. But I think if we know where these problems are coming from, we'll know where to, when we want to provide solution. And there was something you said like bicycle, trying to ride bicycle, you go fall severally to be able to say today, now if you do bicycle. In fact, me for years when I did learn bicycle, I learned many times. In fact, I remember my mother crying, my own mother, I was 10, putting me on a bicycle on this Saturday in Zaria when I was growing up. There's a place where you go and rent one round, one naira. You go 2 times 2 naira. So I don't learn tire, like, walk. And my dad was going to buy me bicycle. But then the thing is, I must, at least you could learn the bicycle. They don't want to use, I won't tire. But then I think the day I go learn bicycle, just beside I go learn the bicycle because I just know say my mama hold me. She don't hold me the way she hold me now because I go just lie down for her body, they do the thing. But then I just climb and then she pushed. So I thought she's still holding me. Until she just say, no fear, just they go. Until I ride this bicycle. And then ride this bicycle. And then I got to one place and I look back. She was still, I say, so you left me from there. I say, just the way you are, I think I'm holding you. Just keep doing like that. And that's how I learned bicycle. Yeah. But then it's good that we're able to learn all of these things. And then, like, falling, we've all made mistakes. So there's nobody that has not made mistakes. So you can always come back from your mistake. There's always redemption at any point. Am I correct?
Yes.
Any point.
Yes.
Any point.
Yes, with the help of people, the right people around
any
you.
point.
Yes. With the help of the right people around you.
What if
you can speak?
Right you know another thing in this society now, nobody really send anybody.
That one.
So, because I believe a lot of these girls that are into hookup, they wish they had somebody.
They wish they had somebody, but the truth is, your parents is the first place to go to.
All these are parents.
Still go back. You still need to go back.
Sars, let me ask
some
you
don't have
question.
this. Some don't have parents alive.
Yes,
you understand?
True.
And some have already compromised.
Too much.
Compromise part of their values. You understand? And they are not happy doing it.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
They are doing it because of.
To make ends meet.
You understand? Because of that present situation they are in.
Yeah.
And once they are out of it, they won't do that for pleasure. You understand? Or for luxuries.
There are therapists.
You understand? Why some are not sincere to themselves. So person holding iPhone 13 Pro Max. Why am I holding Nokia Touchlight?
Comparison, yeah.
You understand? You've forgotten to tell yourself the truth. Who are you? Your background, where did you came from? You understand? What were you taught at home?
But I don't even think any of this material makes anybody to now get to a place where you talk about value. Because what is the iPhone? What is the wigs? What is all of those stuffs? And then we are forgetting we're leaving the men out, because there are men that are also into this line of life now.
Yes.
They are not
Frontliners.
Majority of them are even graduates. I've met quite a number of very intelligent young people, but then I don't know, they just find themselves in this life, and then just like it's now a norm in the society today. So a lot of them now, how do we now profile? What do we advise? What is your advice each individually to our viewers? If you are into this life, what is the comeback? Now, I know it's not too late and all of this, we don't have the right people, but then if you say therapist, there's nobody that is going to do you therapy for free.
Yeah, true.
And then these people are even in this to make money. How many of them is going to now put that money to get education to turn away from that life? Me, I believe that you cannot stop bad habits, but you can exchange bad habits.
Yes, true.
Now have control over it.
Yes, I used to drink Coke. I'm a Coke addict. Now, the one where I supplement, I do Kunu today. I do, in fact, I can't wait to say the Kunu and the Zobo now. Them are get things into it. So the days I feel it's about maybe where it's coming from, I tend to do bottled water. Yeah. And then it still satisfies that urge. So I now understood it's not about the content. It's about health. The mindset. So I now understand, okay, so this Coke thing is not anybody that's doing me. Now me, they do myself. So I just see, Baba, today, body, you need Coke. By drinking water today, kill yourself, and you can't die. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I think it's a good answer. So what are your advice? What is a comeback for anybody that's in this life?
Okay, for me, I believe whoever the person is a religious person. He has a pastor, he has imam, he has prophets around him. Should go ahead and do it. There are prophets. I think there's in the Catholic, they have this privacy thing. You don't confession. When you confess, your pastor hears you and talks to you. He's not judgmental about it. He tries to help you.
But I don't mean to say this. But then I need to say this though. I don't want to say this. But then I didn't feel because you see, there are pastors are some of the problems in this. That's a topic on its own. But I tell you, they're not every pastor or the spiritual persons you could reach and their solutions.
But the truth is that there are still good people. You understand me? You could tell there's a church you're going to, and you can tell. Like for example, now there's this pastor that talks about these foundational issues and all that, which is online. Femi Lazarus, Pastor Femi Lazarus. You could hook up online with such pastor, have a conversation, call their hotline. You understand me? Have a conversation and see what I want to do, see what I want to stop. You understand me? Yeah. You understand? So from there, they continue helping you. Just listening to such messages can help you. You understand? There are also friends that you could meet that you are trustworthy. You understand? You were not ashamed when you were doing this thing. You shouldn't be ashamed getting help.
Okay. Yes, I think that's very key.
Yeah.
If you're not ashamed to do this, then you should not be ashamed trying to seek help. Very key.
Yeah.
Though sometimes you also need to look into why you do such.
Yes.
You understand? What is the problem? You understand? What needs were you trying to attend to? You understand? You need to classify, categorize, and tell yourself the truth by knowing that those things. Try to even figure out those things. Maybe you want to eat shawarma, you want to eat this, you want to live a luxury life, you understand? And you're not meeting up. That is why you are into this. Not because your parents cannot afford the food you eat at home, but because you felt what they are providing, you don't want to eat what they are providing. You understand? You need to come back, tell yourself the truth, be truthful to yourself, and avoid anything that will influence you towards that direction. Look at your peer groups, your friends around you. Who is telling you the truth? Who is supposed to be part of you, and who you're supposed to set standard for yourself.
For example,
you understand? Amongst all your friends, everybody is supposed to have his or her own limit. There are people that you shouldn't be seen with in your house or in your area. Or you understand? You should set a standard and set boundaries for yourself. I think by so doing, you will have peace of mind. You will not be influenced. You will not be intimidated. You understand?
things,
By some things that does not even matter. Because if you look at all those things, there are things that with time you won't see them again.
Of course. Where are the blackberries now?
You understand?
For
Thank
those
you.
things, yes.
All of those things, by the time you look into them, you see that they didn't even worth it.
Yeah.
They are not worth it. So why should you engage yourself? Try to tell yourself such things, and by so doing, you realize that you are supposed to be the happiest man on earth.
Thank you very much. And Sir Emmy, thank you very much. To our amazing viewers, trust me, I think this is lesson enough, even for me as a person. It's a rich one. I think if we're able to own up to these things, just like you're not ashamed to get into this life if you're caught up struggling with this, please, if you cannot look up to any spiritual leaders you trust, spiritual heads you trust, then please look out for the right pairs, because no matter how, you can't have 100 bad friends. You cannot. Even if you are in a space where it's 100 bad friends, you still know that good friend that you left back. You know that
even you yourself, you know one or two that this will tell you the truth. That there are some things that you used to even hide away from them.
Yeah.
You don't want to let them to know about those things
because you know
because they know they will tell you the truth. Don't do this, don't do that. It's not a good idea. Don't try that. You know.
Yes,
but
definitely.
you keep on avoiding them and associating yourself with another set of people
that will go
that you want to feel among with. You want to bam in the society. You know.
Yes. Now, thank you very much. Now, this is an amazing one, and I trust you. I need comments on this. I want to know your views on this, right? Now, hookup is a huge topic on its own, but I want to know your views in the comment section. And please, for as many out there, please keep it coming. Like, watch. Please watch to the full. It's not enough to just watch 2-3 minutes and say, what are these guys saying, and just share it. Please try and watch to the end to get the lessons in everything. There's a moral to after every of our content to put out there. Thank you very much. We love you. Guys, thank you very much.